Good morning, students. Here, our subject is wastewater management, and Unit 1 subtopic is process water for power plants. In this chapter, in this chapter, I will explain clearly what is the power plant and what is the process water for power plants and how to water treatment in the power plants. Guys, here, what is power plant? Here, clearly, I will explain point wise point. A power plant or a power generating station is basically an industrial location that is utilized for the generation and distribution of electric power in mass scale, usually in the order of several thousand watts. Simply, what I'm saying is, what is power plant? A power plant or power generating station. A base is basically an industrial location that is utilized for the generation and distribution of electric power in mass scale, usually in order of several thousand watts. A power plant can be several types depending mainly on the type of fuel used. Now, types of power station. How many types of power stations is there? Thermal power station or coal-fired thermal power plant, nuclear power generating stations, hydroelectric power stations. Alternative methods of power generation are solar power generation, geothermal power generation, and tidal power generation. Here, what I'm saying is, just power stations is a different type of power stations is there, but the main aim of any power station is producing the electricity for industrial purpose or human consumption, or uh, like house purposes, whatever it may be. But the main theme or the main aim of power stations is producing the power, but it's depending upon changes in their capacity. For example, some stations produce 1000 watts, uh, 10,000 watts and something is there. Regarding this thermal power stations is there. Thermal power stations only based on the coal fired, just it's depending upon mainly coal is available or not. If coal is sufficient, then the thermal power stations can be established. Actually, in our state, many power stations is there, thermal power stations is there. But I can give you two examples. The first is the which one is the very nearest to our college. That is just a far. I think it's far about just 50 to 60 kilometers. It's a place in Ibrahimapatnam, is in Krishna district. It is very near to Vijayawada. That is also one type of the power station, thermal power station. For the station, coal is came from like Kottagudam, Manuguru, from the actually from it's in Telangana. That is the one type of thermal power plant. Next is the Ramagundam, also the thermal power station is there. It's also based on the coal. Next, nuclear power generation stations. These nuclear power generation stations are depending upon the plutonium and uranium U-38. The like just nuclear power generating stations are depending upon the uranium resource. But India has a uranium resource, but it's not a plenty; it's a limited. Example is Baba Atomic Research Center is there. Just they are also producing the power in Bombay, and Kalpam, just many type of also is there. And hydroelectric power stations. For hydroelectric power stations, we need a plenty of water stored at the dam. that water need to go through spillway. That water turbine the just rotate the turbines. That is the hydroelectric power stations. But these hydroelectric power stations only established where plenty of water available at the mountain regions. Something is there. Here we have hydroelectric power stations at Nagarjuna Sagar, and Sri Salem also is there. Next, alternative methods of power generations are solar power generation, geothermal power generation, tidal power generation. Solar power generation also easily we can, I can give you a good example for solar power generation. When you are going to our college top, easily you can identify the solar powers, solar panels. That we are our college management using solar panels and producing the electricity for our college consumption. So that is the one of the example of the solar power generation. But in other countries or in states, a plenty of area is required. But just our college terrace existing is the only example to understanding our enhancing. Now geothermal power generation. This geothermal power generation is like we are using the magma or lava for heating the water, but actually where volcanic activity is there, the geothermal power generations are we are using in that only location, in that only locations. But in India, we never get the geothermal power generations because for these we need very highly sophisticated technology, but the technology is not updated to us. So that's why we can identify this type of geothermal power generation in the foreign countries like USA, Russia, something is there. Next, tidal power generation, where coastal area or where sea area is more to the nation, then in the nation those countries are using to produce tidal power generation is a one of the option, not a this is the only, but tidal power is the one of the option. Next, here what is thermal power plant? Already I explained clearly. Thermal power plant is also referred as coal thermal power plant and the steam turbine power plant. Generally in India, bituminous coal, brown coal are used as a fuel of boiler. To increase the thermal efficiency, the coal is used in the boiler in powder form. Actually, here I will explain clearly. Thermal power plant is also referred as coal thermal power plant and steam turbine power. Generally in India, bituminous coal, brown coal are used as a fuel of boiler. Actually, coal is the four types: the peat, bituminous, anthracite, just peat, peat, bituminous, anthracite, and actually peat is the just is a burning material. Bituminous is the some okay. Anthracite is the pure coal. Pure coal. It means anthracite is the high quality of coal for giving more there is a more power or more heat. That's why generally thermal power stations using bituminous or anthracite coal. Anthracite coal is more value than the bituminous. To increase the thermal efficiency, the coal is used in the boiler in powder form. Here, at present, 54.09 or 9900 megawatt data source Central Electricity Authority as an of the total electricity production in India is from coal-based thermal power stations. Components of thermal power plant: boiler, turbine. These components of thermal power plant: boiler, turbine, deaerator, heat exchangers, superheater, economizers, condenser, feed water heater, electrical generator, cooling towers. This is the figure how it was worked. Efficiency of a thermal power station. Installed plant capacity, average overall thermal efficiency. Guys, here up to 1 megawatt, average overall thermal efficiency is 4%. 1 megawatt to 10 megawatt, average overall thermal efficiency is 12%. 10 megawatt to 50 megawatt, average overall thermal efficiency is 16%. 50 megawatt to 1000 megawatt, average overall thermal efficiency is 24%. Above 100 megawatts, average overall thermal efficiency is 27%. The overall efficiency of thermal power station or plant varies from 20 to 26%, and it depends upon the plant capacity. Next, types of waste. Bottom ash and flue gases, so-called fly ash, and carbon dioxide, SO2 and NO2 combined. These are the types of waste from the thermal plant. Ash. The disposal of ash from a large capacity power station is of same import. Ash. The disposal of ash from a large capacity power station is of same importance as ash is produced in large quantities. Ash handling is a major problem. Ash handling system are manual handling, mechanical handling, electrostatic precipitator. Ash handling equipment. Precipitator. Precipitator removes the fly ash from the flue gas by electrostatic means, polarization plates or stages. Fly ash silo, where fine ashes from economizer extracted by vacuum pump are collected. From there, the moistened ash is transported to the ash pond by trucks. Clinker hopper, inverted cone-shaped bottom ash collector. From there, the moistened ash is transported to the ash pond by trucks. Ash tank or bin with conveyor collects slag or bottom ash from the furnace proper. Ash pond. Ash pond outdoor disposal area where the fly and bottom ashes are transported and collected. It consists of a premier embankment with drainage facilities, regulating reservoir sedimentation basin and neutralization pit, where wastewater is collected and neutralized before discharge into the sea. Treatment of ash. An ash pond is an engineered structure for the disposal of bottom ash and fly ash. The wet disposal of ash into ash pond is the most common ash disposal method, but other methods include dry disposal in landfills. Wet disposal has been preferred due to economic reasons. Dry handle ash is often recycled into useful building materials. Next, utilization of fly, fly ash. Fly ash bricks. Fly ash in manufacture of cement. Fly ash is suitable for use as pozzolo, pozzol, pozzolona and fly ash in dis, distemper, distemper manufacture with fly ash as a replacement for white cement. Fly ash based ceramics and fly ash as fertilizer, fly ash in road construction. Next, wastewater. So when we get wastewater from the thermal plant, uh, thermal plant, water resulting from the cooling system blow down, water resulting from the cooling system blow down with a high salt content and sometimes with free chlorine and suspended substances. Regenerate from the steam generator water treatment. Regenerate resulting from a full demineralization and condensate treatment with a high salt content and an excess of acids. Wastewater from the flue gas desulfurizer with a high salt content and a high concentration of solids. మ్యామ్ మీ నాన్న వచ్చారు చేత రండి లోపల రండి. Regenerate from the steam generator water treatment, that is regenerate resulting from a full demineralization and condensate treatment with a high salt content and excess of acid. Wastewater from the flue gas desulfurizer with a high salt content and a high concentration of solids. Wastewater or sludge from the makeup water treatment system for the cooling tower circulation system. Filter washing water from the steam generator, feed water treatment system, and are free cleaning units for makeup water treatment, as well as eventual suspended substances from the cooling circulation system. Filtering plant for the individual water streams. Wastewater from the ash cooling system, which are relatively high salt content and suspended substances. Treatment of wastewater. When an excess of acid or alkali is present, neutralization will be performed in suitability large storage. With the wastewater contains precipitatable substances, sedimentation will be done. If the wastewater has a high salt content but does not contain either an excess of acids, alkalis or sediment, it is directly discharged. No effort is presently made to reduce the amount of ammonium or hydrogen in wastewater containing these substances prior to dumping. Guys, this is the uh, guys, this is the treatment of wastewater. Now in next class, I will explain the remaining topics of this chapter. Thank you.